Hey guys, what's up? It's Sonic. Welcome back to a new video. This is a pickups video, and I've not done a pickups video in so long, so I thought it would be cool to go through the recent stuff that I've gotten from a couple recent Goodwill trips and a couple Target trips as well, and actually one of them's a Walmart trip. So I'm going to show you guys all the stuff. There's games and movies and kind of a little cool oddity that I found at a Goodwill. So first off, I'm going to run on with this. This is the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. I got this at Walmart. I found one. I was like, holy crap, I found a Super Nintendo Classic Edition. I couldn't not buy it. I found there was only one there, so I got it at retail price, which is really awesome. I played with it just a little bit. I've not really delved into it too much, but it's a really cool system. I'll show you guys if you've never seen one, just how small it really is. And this is my hand for reference, so you know that it's pretty stinking small. So I look forward to trying this out some more, putting some videos on YouTube on it as well. That way you guys can see what's going on with that. But we'll move on from that to the next cool little system that I got. I got notified of this on Twitter, so I instantly went to Target.com and I bought one. And it's an Oregon Trail system, but check this out. It's completely the game, okay? So I can continue my game. It has the sounds and everything. But yeah, I mean, you can completely, let me cut off that sound so you guys can hear what's going on. But it's the 100% game. You can't really see it very good. But yeah, like, check it out. I mean, it's Oregon Trail from '88, I think, is when this was made, or something to that nature. It's Oregon Trail in a system, and it's developed to look like kind of like a C64 or something like that, which is sick. I mean, it looks great. It's kind of bulky, you know, like things from the '80s and the '90s were. So it really kind of completes the whole look. It just looks awesome. I really love this thing. It was like 20 bucks. People were trying to gouge the prices on eBay for 40 and 50 bucks. So I went on Target.com, found one, ordered it, and went and picked it up the next day. So don't pay eBay prices if you don't have to. Check your retail stores before. What I'm going to look over next is actually a pretty cool little piece of movie memorabilia that I found. Basically, this is like an old film reel rewinder. So when I turn this dial here, it's kind of difficult because it's probably not been taken very well care of. But you can see that it turns that dial on the left-hand side. And this can even mount onto, I haven't taken the Goodwill sticker off yet, but you can see the screw holes there. You can mount this onto the table if you wanted to. I'm going to use it as just a cool piece for my collection, just kind of something, a conversation piece for the most part. But this is a Craig Rewind made by the Craig Movie Supply Company, and I don't really know how old this is, but from what it looks like it's pretty old. So I thought for $3 I could jump on it, and then I took it to the counter and found out purple tags were half off that day, so I got this for under $2, which was really awesome. But it's just a cool little oddity that I saw, and I googled while I was in the store to see kind of what it was and what like how old it may be. So I thought it was cool, so I picked it up. I wasn't gonna let it go, especially for under $2. I had to get that. So next up, we're gonna roll through some movie pickups, and you guys might not know this, but my dog just pushed the camera. But you guys might not know this, but I love to pick up VHS movies because they're cheap, and for the most part, I can get a movie that you would normally pay, you know, $5 at Walmart for a lot of these movies, and I'm getting them for $1, and sometimes even half off. And actually, I went to Goodwill about 30 minutes from my house yesterday, and they were running a 6-for-1 deal. So I got 6 VHS movies for $1, and I should have probably bought more. I didn't really see very many other things that caught my eye that I didn't already have or I wasn't really interested in watching, so I did pick up some. You'll see them scattered around, but we're going to roll through them. Things that I don't already have that I do have now. We have Batman, the original Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. I've not watched this movie in a long time, but I love the cover. It looks so cool. Um, I thought for like $1, especially, this was, I believe the yellow tags were half off, so I think I paid 50 cents for this one at this point. I did buy this one a couple weeks ago though, so, but Batman, it's awesome. It's awesome, and like I said, you can get these things for 50 cents or $1. And in my case, I got a couple for 20, like under 20 cents, which was is a great deal. And next up we have Tommy Boy. I have this on DVD somewhere, but I cannot find it. So having it on VHS is awesome. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's probably my second favorite Chris Farley movie behind Almost Heroes with Matthew Perry. That's probably my favorite Chris Farley movie, but Tommy Boy is number 2. Black Sheep is number 3. And then probably, he's not in it for very long, but I would say that Billy Madison is right under there as well. I like his part in Billy Madison, so this is really awesome to have. I'm glad to have it. Now, one tip that I will give you guys if you're looking for VHS movies at Goodwill, always make sure you open the case and you look and see that the movie's actually in there, because I can't tell you how many times in the early going that I bought a movie and I took it home and it was like a National Geographic movie or something like that, so always check those. Next up, if I flipped it over to the wrong side, you would think it was some kind of weird porno. But we have Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie, the best one in my opinion. Actually, I kind of like Spider-Man 2 better, but I would say that this is a top tier movie. The case looks awesome. I think Tobey Maguire played the best Spider-Man for me. He was the most believable, but like I said, if you turn it over to the back, you would think it's some kind of weird porno. But anyways, it's really awesome movie, and I'm glad to have this one on VHS. Oh, keeping with the tradition, we also have Batman Forever. And this is one of the movies that gets the biggest crap on ever. Batman Forever is one of those stinkers that everybody just doesn't like. But I think that Tommy Lee Jones is amazing as Two-Face, and I think Jim Carrey plays a really good Joker. And it's weird that Nicole Kidman didn't get a mention in the the credits on the top there. I can't remember this guy's name. If anybody can remember this guy's name that played Robin in the movie, let me know. But this has some of the best music of all time, man. This is great music in this movie. That Kiss from a Rose is on this is from Seal. Everybody knows that song, but a lot of people might not know that it came from this movie unless you watch the music video. I think it's themed around Batman Forever. Next up, we have kind of a controversial movie for me anyways. It's Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather Part 3. Now this is kind of one of those movies that everybody swears by, but for me I thought it was extremely boring. I don't know why, but I thought just for the oddity of having it, the case art is pretty cool, plus it has gold VHS tapes, which I thought was kind of interesting. So I went ahead and I purchased that. These were interesting thing. These were bought at a grocery store, at an Exxon station. How cool is that? Like they were bought at a gas station / convenience store. It's pretty awesome. Next up, we have a movie that I've actually never watched, which I'm going to change today. I think I'm going to watch this today. Is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I've never watched this movie, but I bought it for 50 cents, and I thought I would give it a shot. The case looks really cool. It's really creepy. So I'm looking forward to getting into that one. Next up, we have a movie that I had heard on a couple of different videos. I also heard it on AVGN video, so I picked up Rumble in the Bronx with Jackie Chan. Never watched it, but Jackie Chan always has an action-packed movie, and I feel like this is old enough to where like the stunts will be crazy in it. One thing to note about Jackie Chan is that he does all of his own stunt work. He doesn't have a stunt double. If you see it in the movie, he's actually doing it. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. I can imagine it being really cheesy, but I've heard some good things, so I'm getting excited to watch that one as well. Next up, we have a movie that I picked up yesterday, Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. It's a full-length movie, man. A full-length feature. This was actually purchased at, I think it was this one anyways. Oh man, we can save $100 on Street Fighter 2 merchandise. This one I think is actually really awesome. I don't know if I can get it out without ripping something. I'm trying not to rip things. But this is one of those situations where you find a movie at Goodwill and it has the rental sticker or the rental receipt with it. This was rented on 8/1 of '98 at 6:48 p.m. and Dan rented it out. How fantastic! It was a $7.99 rental for a 1 day movie, and looks like they got something else. Maybe they must have got Street Fighter 2 and something else. But for 1 day, it was $8. That's pretty cool. I like seeing those things, and I always keep them when I find them in a game case or I find them in a movie case in this situation. I keep all that stuff because it's kind of like preserving history, so I keep a hold of it. Next up, we have a James Bond classic, Live and Let Die. This is Roger Moore James Bond, which I like Roger Moore's James Bond, but I don't think he's the best. I think Pierce Brosnan definitely pulled off James Bond the best. He was the most believable as the character. He just lived the character. He looked like you would imagine James Bond looking. So this movie, really awesome. I'm good to have it on VHS. I have a few other James Bonds. I'm trying to collect all of the movies up until they stop producing on VHS. That way I don't have to buy the Blu-ray collection. I'm trying just to save a couple bucks. Next up, we have Will Ferrell's Anchorman. And I gotta stop my dog from ripping a bag open. But anyways, we have Anchorman with Will Ferrell. This was actually purchased previously viewed at Movie Gallery, which is a game or a video store that has closed down around me. But the cool thing about this is it's still sealed. It never was opened. Somebody bought it and never opened it. So it's a rented movie that I now have kind of new to me. But this is also a really good movie. It's really funny. One of Will Ferrell's best. I think Step Brothers is probably Will Ferrell's best movie. But this is really close to it. My dog is getting a little bit rowdy, so you're going to hear some stuff in the background. Next up, we have Alien. I thought this cover was really cool, so I had to buy it. You have the alien egg there on the front. I had to pick this up. It's a classic movie, and I just thought that it was not going to be one that I would pass up on, so I got this one. Looking forward to watching this one. Now, one thing to note about these VHS movies is that I convert them all to DVD format. That way I have another copy, just in case the VHS was to ever crap out on me. I don't have to worry about losing it. Next up, we have The Bride of Chucky with Jennifer Tilly. I bought this because my girlfriend is a big fan of Chucky movies. And I've never really watched The Bride of Chucky. I watched the first Chucky movie. It's not too bad. It's very kind of corny. But that's the end of the movie pickups. We're going to roll right into the video game pickups. Now, you guys know that I am going for, well, you may not know, I'm going currently for a full Saturn collection and a full original Xbox collection. And I found a huge spill of original Xbox games, and they're not really anything rare. But I have ESPN NFL 2K5, which I buy these sports games at thrift stores because usually when you go on eBay, they cost more to ship than what they're worth. So I found these ones for under $3, so I purchased this one. It's in good condition. The disc is. It doesn't have the manual, but that doesn't hurt me very much. One thing to note is that if I do find a game out in a thrift store, if it's not in a good condition, I'm not going to buy it because I want to still be able, no matter how crappy the game is, I still want to be able to play it if I have the option. Next up, we have NFL 2K3, which has the manual. You can feel the manual because these were like legitimate manuals. You know, you have like pages instead of just one sheet piece of toilet paper that you get now in a video game. All discs in good condition, definitely all playable condition. This was one that I bought because I remembered it from when I was a kid watching the Xbox Live demo disc. This was on there, so I purchased this. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, you'll know who Dark Master is. But yeah, this is I don't believe this is complete with the manual as well. Really good disc condition as well. Next up, we have another sports game. We have Sega Sports NFL 2K2, which I find that the Sega Sports games on the Xbox and even on the Dreamcast, they're better than a lot of the other versions of the games. So the 2K, the Sega Sports games are just better. I don't know why. They just always played better, and I have more fun with them. Next up, we have UMD, Spider-Man 2. I bought this because I want to do a video on the UMD video for the PSP, and I need a video to do it. And I was going to buy one online, but I found this one at the thrift store for $2, so I picked it up. Doesn't have anything inside other than the UMD. UMD is in good condition, which is kind of nice for PSP games because the discs stay in relatively nice condition because they're protected by a plastic covering. But not the best Spider-Man, or it is the best Spider-Man for my taste. But I mean, it has Dr. Octopus in it. You have to like it if it has Dr. Octopus in it, right? Next up, we have a pretty cool oddity that I thought I would buy. It is an original Xbox/Xbox 360 official Xbox Magazine demo disc. This has all of these games available for to play on the Xbox 360, or you can stick it in your original Xbox and you get Lara Croft's Tomb Raider demo to play. I think these are really awesome. I remember having a couple of these when I was a kid until they stopped putting them in. But they put a full demo disc in your magazine in a nice case with really cool artwork. So I thought that was really awesome. As for $2, I thought I had to buy it because I want to have everything Xbox. So I bought everything Xbox. This is a game that I already own on the PlayStation 2, but I thought I would buy it for the PlayStation or for the Xbox because I want to collect every game. So we have Reckless, the Yakuza Missions. Never played it. I don't really know anything about it. The game is not complete, or it is complete. There's one that's not complete. I think it might be the next game up, but in really good condition. And this is a Platinum Hits game. I have yet to find this game non-Platinum Hits, so maybe they didn't make it non-Platinum Hits. I don't really know. Next up, we have two more left. This is IHRA Motorsports Drag Racing 2004. The case is in pretty rough condition. The disc is in pretty nice condition. This one isn't complete. It doesn't have the manual. Maybe we'll find it at some point in the future. Not really much to say about this game. It's another racing game. I think if you're going to play a racing game, you need to play Sega GT 2002 on the Xbox. The best racing game I've ever played. Next up and lastly, we have Monster Garage with, I think this guy's name is Jesse James or something like that. Cool artwork on his arms and stuff. This is a different kind of a game. I don't really know anything about it, but I don't really know if do you build a car or do you just race cars? It looks like you actually build your car in this one. So let's take a look. This one actually has the manual and it looks pretty nice on the inside. So yeah, guys, that is the end of my pickups for, I guess, the last couple of weeks. I wanted to recap with you guys, that way you were aware that I'm still alive, and I think I want to do some more of these things. I'm going to start recording the stuff that I find out in the wild. Also, I'm going to be doing some more videos, video game videos, as well as some very new movie reviews that I'm going to start doing on the channel. But anyways, guys, my name is SONICLOPSIDED. If you enjoyed the video, let me know down in the comment section below, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.